G'day, I'm Nick Goldschmidt. I'm the winemaker for Goldschmidt Vineyards, and we have 5 children and 3 of them are daughters, and I'm here to talk to you about the wines that we make with our daughters today. So when I lived in Chile, I used to tell the story about how we made wine without electricity. I mean, back in those days when Pinochet was in power, it was very hard to get power, and we'd have to have a generator to start the presses, and if we wanted to add yeast to a tank, we needed hot water, we'd have to light a fire and things like that. So I've told stories like that to my children over the years. So we started making wine as a team. So we would hand harvest and we would de-stem, and then we'd pigeage, which means, in the half-ton bins, and hand punch down, of course, and then we hand basket pressed. And we did, though, put the barrel in a warehouse to keep it at a good condition, and then we came back and we bottled it later. And so we're going to call that wine 5 Gold Hands. But tied in with that, we decided to start making wines with the children full-time as well. So the first one is Chelsea, was the first wine that we ever released on our own. It was the 2005 vintage, if I recall. And this vineyard is from the Alexander Valley, and it's a vineyard that I used to work on when we were part of Clos de Bois, and Milestone Vineyard was made up predominantly of this fruit. So this is a Merlot vineyard in the middle of the Alexander Valley, just east of Geyserville. So same winemaker, same vineyard, but instead of $65, this wine sells retail for about $20. The second wine is made with our middle daughter, Katherine, and this also is a vineyard I've been working on for many, many years. It was Simi's Reserve Cabernet that used to sell for $75. Brilliant wine back in the day, and that was in the 90s and early 2000s. So again, same winemaker, same vineyard, but instead of $75, this wine is $22, and this has become a very successful brand for us. The third wine, or the third daughter, Hilary, she's our youngest, and this is a really unique vineyard. It's on Highway 29 in the town of Oakville. So it goes Rutherford, Oakville, Yountville. And Oakville, I find the tannins to be a little bit more creamy, not as sort of drying as what Rutherford wines can be. And this vineyard is situated on, as I said, on 29. As you come south, you'll just go past Nickel, and before you get to Opus, there's a vineyard there right in the middle, and that's where we make the Hilary from. So again, a really unique property. The other part of the story is you'll notice that Katherine faces a different direction to the other two. Now Katherine's the middle daughter, so she's the storyteller and the manipulator and the fun child, and so she thinks outside the box, and so she faces a different direction. And where the label came from is when Chelsea was really young, I drew a little drawing around the outside of her head, and then she coloured it in, and that's where the label comes from. Anyway, I hope you try these wines. This is the Chelsea Merlot from the Alexander Valley, the Katherine Goldschmidt Cabernet from the Alexander Valley, and the Hilary Goldschmidt Cabernet that comes from Oakville and Napa Valley. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the wines. Cheers.